here we are, the Crafty Crab in Mayfield, the beautiful, the wonderful Crafty Crab. They got some tasty beers and some tasty
Mayfield
foods.
Heights, Ohio.
That's right. Cheers. That's right. I myself am Nick Newman. I am joined by Scotty Too Hottie, and we're here to talk some sports.
Yes.
So
NBA
how the hell is the sports going for you today, Scotty?
Yeah, it's going all right. And then what they don't have to do, but we're focusing on the basketball game, which is pretty good. I was just looking here, kind of like I was saying, competitive so far up to about halftime. It's actually a must-win for Dallas.
God, not the must-win again.
It is. It's up 2-0. It is a must-win.
We're turning up the show with a must-win.
If they go down 3-0, it's going to be very difficult for Dallas to come back. So this has become a must-win.
It's not an elimination game, but I feel like they're playing at home.
If they lose today, it will be the next game.
Well, they got the home court advantage. So, the Boston won 2 at home, and they won the first game. They really poured it on.
Yeah.
Porzingis was making his effect known.
Yeah.
Game 2 also at home for Boston. Porzingis wasn't as big as an effect as in Game 1. But here we are back in Dallas for Game 3. So what were you saying earlier in the year, that the series doesn't really start until somebody wins one on the road? So home court advantage should be pretty good for Dallas. And Porzingis, I'm not sure if you saw, was not even playing today.
Yeah, which is like, it is kind of bothersome for Dallas a little bit. But we'll just kick through a few things.
All right.
Tatum looking tough. He out there with 20 points. And, the supporting cast looking kind of good. And then we go over to the Mavericks side of the ball. Of course, Irving and Doncic, they're playing really tough. But they don't, a little bit of support out there. But it's up to those two cats to win this game.
The tale of a couple of superstars.
And
now, which team do you think is the more complete team?
Definitely Boston.
Boston. Either number 3, number 4, number 5. They're able to go out there and score at will and rain threes on you and bury you in points.
And everybody's got the role. The Hauser stepping it up. And just looking at some of these numbers, and these people are playing some tight minutes and some good defense. Horford, White, it's looking really good for Boston. I think they're just playing possum for the second half, and
Now, what is this playing possum that you speak of?
Well, basically getting through till halftime. They're on the road, keeping it close, and then they turn up and adjust their game plan in the second half, third and fourth quarters, and try to shut them down. And Boston's looking to win this one, and they're up 3-0. So that's the really what they're trying to do. And Dallas, I don't want to cap to say must win, but going down 3-0 in a 7-game series is like almost the kiss. So
I wouldn't say must win. I'd say expected highly to win at home.
Almost. Much needed. We can agree on that and everything. But I don't know. I was thinking about it a little bit during this series and everything. And I was looking at the all-time NBA championship stats, and right now the Lakers and the Celtics are tied at 17 apiece. I'll pull that back up.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just going to look at our Facebook feed, make sure we're getting if we had some comments.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you want to
go ahead and do
Facebook?
that. And you want me to go on mine or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know.
You
can do whatever you got to do for that.
All right. But what were you saying?
But yeah, so it's like the overall championship. So I think they're tied at 17 between the Lakers and the Celtics for all-time NBA win championships. And I'm sort of pulling for Dallas. Cleveland, that's where we're coming out of. Sort of has that little Kyrie Irving thing. Do we like him? Do we not? And you know what? And you know what? I come to the conclusion, go Boston win it. Because you know what? F you, L.A. Screw you, Lakers. I want the Boston to pull ahead with most all-time championships.
Okay.
Because they're knotted up that even. So.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, L.A., Boston. Yeah, I don't really care for either of them, so I don't got a dog in that fight. But we forgot to bark it out at the beginght because we are Dog Fight Sports.
DAWGFIGHT.
Look at our nice little banner here that we're hiding mostly.
Dog Fight Sports. This is our dude.
Between L.A. and Boston, I don't care. I'm a Cleveland fan.
Either do
go
I.
Cavaliers.
Either do I hate either one of them, but. Being Cleveland fans and everything, we got bounced by Boston. We played them tough, in Game 2 and everything, so we looked like legit for a minute, but we got bounced. But, it kind of gives us a little bit more cred if Boston just rolls through the Mavericks.
I was thinking that. I would actually like to see Boston win because it does give us a little more street cred. We got torn up. We went down 4-1. We really couldn't put up much of a fight, but they're rolling all the way to the finals.
Right.
I mean, oh my God, you see any of that game one?
Right.
Jesus, they were pouring the points on. Porzingis looked like he was unstoppable. Big
I
man was
know.
hitting threes. I heard that that Boston had more block shots than Dallas had assists.
That's
So game
great.
one, there it was a
great.
blowout. They were pouring it on, but game two is a little bit more even, a
A
little
little
more of
more
a game.
tighter, so they're adjusting and stuff.
Yep.
But that's why I see. That's why, hence, I said that it looks like Boston's kind of playing possum. Like, I just get that sense.
Well, Boston's playing possible, but they're missing Porzingis.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're like saying rest them up. If they think they can take them out with their strategy, which is it's pretty good strategy because right now they're hanging in there.
I'm not sure if it's a strategy or if they just have to play with one hand tied behind their back.
Yeah.
But their team is still so good
Yes.
without Porzingis that they can still put up a basically even fight for the first half. So that just
on the
shows
road.
the depth and like the gutspa,
sure.
the tenacious D of that team. I mean,
For sure.
who the hell is going to beat Boston? I mean, people are talking about Dallas has got a prolific offense and they got a couple superstars, Kyrie and Doncic, but oh my God, I think Boston's just going to be too much. A lot of people are saying like they want to hear the comeback. They want Dallas to come back and win 4 straight and take down Boston. I'm like, I'm not sure if Dallas is going to get a single win in this series.
Yeah, I mean, they might kick one out. If they need to kick one out tonight, they might get game 4. But I just like I'm saying, it's just like look at
We're looking a little dark. We got to get we got to brighten up.
Hello.
Bing. Now you can see us.
Now I got to put my glasses down.
There we go. Now you can see our beautiful ugly mugs.
So it's great too because like get back because we're from the Cleveland and we Cavs are involved in all the good trade talks and because of the players and the head coach and everything, which kind of like might directly involve
Gotta get your mic a little closer. There you go.
Get it in there. But might directly involve a couple key coaches and stuff. But I'm not gonna drop the bag before anything, but we were talking about how it gives a little bit the Cavaliers more street cred and actually gives Indiana Pacers a little more street cred because they fought Boston hard. Either they got their asses whipped by them and everything, but we actually came in there. I think Boston only lost 2 games the whole playoffs.
And one of them was the Cavs.
One of them was the Cavs.
Yeah, that was a big wake-up call.
The Cavs, they throttled in that game, and it gave us a little bit more hope because it was game 2. And then after that,
and we got them on the road.
Yeah, we needed a road win. It was important, but then we dumped our head coach, Bickerstaff. We're on the search.
Bickerstaff or Bitterstaff?
Bickerstaff. He wasn't the man. He was good, but they have to make a change and all that. So I know we didn't have enough time to talk all about that right now. But God Almighty, we're looking at it. I don't even know. Like the rest of this series, I'll just focus on kind of that. Do you have anything? What do you think the Mavericks have to do to try to get back into this?
Probably roll over and die. They need Kyrie Irving to stop believing that the Earth is flat. They need him to realize that he's got fans all over the globe that the Earth is round.
Yeah.
And Kyrie, I was actually going back to when the Cavaliers were playing the Golden State Warriors. That time they went down 3-1. You remember that? And they came back game 5, and Kyrie dropped 41, and LeBron dropped 41.
Yeah.
They're going to need a Herculean effort from Kyrie again in the aspect of about 40 points.
Sure.
And from Doncic as well. He's going to need about 40 points because they're so focused on their superstars. And their supporting cast, they're there, but they're not prolific scorers. So they need to focus on the superstars. They're going to need to devise a way to get plays. Now, I was watching some replays of the game from Game 1 and Game 2, and I noticed that the Boston Celtics, they'll just rain threes on you. I mean, this is not news. Everybody knows. Boston Celtics, they'll bury you in points. But I noticed that was interesting because the Dallas Mavericks, that they were basically going for the 2 ball. They were taking to the rack, getting the high percentage shot, and looking for the and one. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. It's a tale of 2 methods of basketball. And of course, the defense comes into it as well. But I'm most interested to see if if Dallas can get a high enough percentage on their 2-point shots to overcome the burying of points from Boston. So if you're going to go in, you're going to get the high percentage shots, you need your 2-point shots to be above 50% make rate. Because if you're doing 3-point shots, as we were talking about the schedule the other day, where it was You got that 3-pointer. Well, 3 points is more than 2 points. It doesn't take a rocket search to figure this out. But Boston, their 3-point shooting percentage is going to be above 33%. So their net expected point per shot is going to be more than 1 point per shot. That means that the Dallas Mavericks have to be even better in the paint, and they have to get at least 50% shooting percentage from 2-point land, and probably a lot more than that to be competitive. So they have to be really making great shots. We're looking for dunks, alley-oops. We're looking for them to really just put on a clinic in terms of
Tatum. They said Tatum's got 20 of the. For the starters, you got 20 of 41 points just from the starters, so he's got half their output. And they're saying Doncic and Irving, they're shooting about 50% from the field from everywhere. So should be an interesting second half. I'm just curious to see if Dallas can pull it out to make it more interesting.
They can't.
I think they can. I don't want that.
Well, Porzingis is the X factor. He's the guy, he's like basically a 7-footer that can shoot threes. So, where do you get another one of those? It's really hard to find. So, without Porzingis, yes, there is a chance for Dallas to come back and make it interesting, but I highly doubt Dallas makes a long run for this series, especially if Porzingis can get back on the court. If Porzingis cannot, then, maybe we're going to 6 or 7 games. If Porzingis comes back, Game 4, Game 5, then there may not be a Game 6.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is your prediction for the whole series? What's going to be the result?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to predict, but I think if Boston wins tonight, they win for sure in 5. If they lose tonight, we're probably going to go 6, and then Boston will take them in 6.
Well, you said it's a must-win, so there's no way. There's no way Boston's winning tonight. There's a lot of money on the line. Las Vegas is not going to let that happen.
Right. A lot of action that has to be had. But I'm looking for Dallas to step it up. And I mean, we'll see what happens. Either they crumble and fold, or mysteries.
Well, they're not going to crumble and fold. They're going to play hard. They're going to play. This is going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the last second shot. It may even go to overtime.
Yes, it could be.
Because I was really interested to see as the game unfolds what the statistics are going to be at the end of the game.
For sure.
Their 3-point percentage for Boston versus the 2-point percentage for Dallas. So maybe we'll pop out a reel or put out a post on that. But this was just a quick halftime show.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Hey, for our sponsor, the Crafty Crab out in Mayfield Heights, Ohio, having us out.
Crafty Crab. Crafty Crab.
What does the lobster say?
Oh, is that the? I thought that was the crab that said Scooby Doo.
I think that was a lobster. What does the Celtics say?
And I think we have the owner running around here. Maybe she'll join it. She'll grace us with our presence.
Sure, come on up.
Hey, do you want to pop on to have a hello with Scott?
Hey, come on in.
All right, here comes the owner for Crafty Crab.
You can sit here too, Nick. Come on. We got all 3 in.
Well, hello, you guys. Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having a nice little NBA Finals party.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because, I have a lot of TVs for our sports fans, especially our big 371-inch non-projector TV. Isn't that really nice?
Oh, that thing's beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's digital, so it's really cool when you get close up, but when you get far away, it's a very clean, crisp screen.
Sure, I'm looking at it now. It fills up the place.
Was that like 1.1 million dots on that thing?
Who knows?
Several dots.
Several dots, yeah.
So tell us what's going on. What do you got coming up here at the Crafty Crab?
Well, right now we have Father's Day is coming up. We have our specials going on. We have a shark special and a pirate special. Please feel to call. Crawl, it's funny, that's what crawdads do. And so do crabs and lobsters, anything at the bottom of the sea.
Come on and crawl into the Crafty Crab.
Oh, I love it. We are going to be featuring some nice frozen drinks for July and August. Some of them are specially made here just for the Crafty Crab with our specialty bartenders and staff.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm going to have to learn how to make some of those.
I seen that blue Hawaiian. Look it up. Oh, my God. That looks like what was it, the planet Earth? It didn't look flat either.
It was just a little piece of paradise.
Yeah, it was almost like if you wanted to go swimming, you were like, "Can I dive into that glass?"
Yeah, right.
So, Carrie, what do you think about the NBA Finals, and what team do you like?
Well, I don't have a preference in this, but it would be great to continue this series. So I would love to see Dallas win tonight, of course.
There you go. Would you consider it a must-win?
It is a must-win. I believe the Celtics are 2-0 going into series. That's right. Yes. So it'd be nice to see.
See, me and Scott were just arguing about whether it was a must-win or not. He says it is a must-win. I say every game can't be a must-win, but it's 2 against 1, so you guys are going to take this one.
Okay.
Well, I think playing sports myself, you have to have momentum. And when the team wins, it creates momentum. And when you start creating momentum, it helps make the series last longer.
Now, here's another question. So since the Cavaliers lost to the Boston Celtics and they got taken down in a 4-1 series, do you think this gives more credence to the Cavaliers team if Boston actually does go ahead and win the finals?
I'm not sure really about that,
Does it
actually.
give us street cred if
give us street cred?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we played them tough one game. We blew them out one game.
I think it would be the opposite. So if Boston won, it would give us. If Dallas wins, it would not. I think it's the other way around all the way.
Cred.
But I did hear today on the radio, a lady was whining that Boston hasn't had a sports parade in 5 years.
Oh, my God.
5 years. Oh, what a tragedy.
Come on down to Cleveland town. You'll be waiting for a long while.
Exactly. Well, no, we'll play next year, right?
All right.
Isn't that what us Browns fans
There's
say?
always next year, absolutely.
They always manage to have a marathon every year.
So, Nick, I think we were talking earlier. You were asking a little bit about, like, what is favorite sport to watch or like?
Either one. Watch, like, or play.
Well, for me, soccer is the favorite to play. It's boring for a lot of people to watch, but I enjoy it because I understand the dynamics of it. Of course, football is my favorite. Baseball is my least favorite. I'd rather watch hockey.
I guess we're going top 4. Scotty, what's your rundown? Top 4 sports.
Run this by me for again. Watch, like, or play.
Mm-hmm.
So watch, definitely. It's got to be football.
It's got to be football.
Yeah, it's football, and I love all forms of MMA, wrestling, taekwondo, all that type of contact martial art, one-on-one sports, and then.
Hey Scott, can you give your microphone a push? I think you're
cutting
out a little bit.
There we go. A lot
there
better.
You go.
Much better.
Yeah, and so then watch, like, or play.
Yes.
Okay, so I like playing. Bar games. No, I'm just kidding.
Ping pong is not a national championship yet, but we could probably have that.
Beer pong.
No, I like the MMA. I love playing the MMA. I like doing those sports and participating, and things of that nature. Football's a blast. I'm a big football guy, and I'm big MMA, contact, boxing, all that kind of one-on-one competitive type sports are pretty fun. Least favorite sports is that. Like to watch. I love the Olympics. I'm just going to come out and say it. I love the competition and the spirit of the Olympics. There's nothing like watching, like the canoeing and crap like that. It's so fun. Yeah.
Actually,
that's Winter Olympics. That's just boring as shit. But.
Actually, it's cool that you threw that out for about the Olympics because these are athletes that train and have to get sponsors.
Sure.
They also have full-time jobs and families, and they make the time for their training, and then they represent us, you know. And it's for the true love of what they do and for their own recognition. But also, if you think about it, as a country, we get recognition.
For the love of the game.
Yeah.
Woo!
And then you get to see some cool competition, rare games that you don't see that are such as mainstream. And, I like that. I really do appreciate that.
Like I never understood what rowing was, but I didn't realize it was a huge competition.
Right.
Oh, the regatta.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Right.
Well, the Olympics are coming up, so we'll have to do some coverage for that.
Oh,
but,
for sure. Steeplechase, right.
My favorite sport to watch is football. My favorite sport to play, beer pong, I guess, or drink.
Chess.
Fantasy football. Okay, my favorite sport to play is fantasy football.
All right.
That's I'm not sure if that's a cop out, but basketball I really don't get into until the playoffs because the regular season is so damn long, 82 games or whatever it is, and then like the playoffs are a season of themselves. So I do like the playoffs. I love March Madness. That's a hell of a sport because you're one and done.
Right.
Baseball season's too long, 162 games. Although the Indians have been doing quite well, and they've been doing historically well. So I do appreciate it, although I find it hard to keep up with every single game because I don't watch them at home.
Right.
But.
Yeah, and the Guardians are doing pretty good, too.
Oh, right, yeah, those guys.
I only mentioned that because I was laughing because the AAA affiliate, the Indianapolis team from Indianapolis, Indiana, guess what their name is?
Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how about that?
Apparently they're not offended there. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Gotta love corporate America.
Yeah, but I do like playoff basketball, so I think we're getting into the third quarter here,
Yep.
so maybe we should do some final words and sign off and
Sure.
enjoy the rest of this game.
Sure.
Carrie, you got any final words for us?
Yeah, you guys, if you anyone that's new, we have the Crafty Crab restaurant in Mayfield Heights. It's been here since 2021. We have a unique experience. We have an aquarium inside, and we are a sports bar. So crab and legs is what we specify in.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. And it's a nice franchise, 70 or so across the whole United States. So this is really a specialty seafood place. Got to try it. It's delicious. Hit one of them up. Come to Mayfield, whatever it takes. And my final words is everybody enjoy the NBA Finals. This is great action. Put the ball in the hole. Be kind to one another.
Let's see Kyrie score 41. And do you have a dog in this fight? Because we do, and he's going to be chewing on your ass. You guys ready to bark it out?
Yeah, ready?
DAWG Fight Sports.
Yeah.